Hi, we're back. Happy New Year. We're excited to show you some new videos from us in the next couple weeks.
Today we're going to show you how to make healthy nut milks really inexpensively and really quickly. So Amy, why do you guys eat nut milk?
We love nut milk. We don't really buy dairy milk anymore. I love almond milk or cashew milk. I love coconut milk too. Just because it's lighter, less mucousy, it tastes better, it's healthier for us. We use it in everything.
Yeah, so in addition to it being really rich in protein and vitamins, our family keeps mostly vegan, so this is a really good moral and ethical choice for our family. So go ahead and let us show you what we're going to use today. To make your own nut milks, you're going to choose, the best options are either cashews, almonds, or Brazil nuts. And it's best to use them raw. And then to give it a little flavor, we're going to use vanilla beans, we're going to use dates, and some cinnamon. So we soaked some almonds overnight. Almonds you're going to want to soak for about 8 hours. The cashews you're going to want to soak for maybe 4 hours. And to begin with, we're just simply going to strain the almonds, rinse them off, and then we'll put them in the mixer.
There we go. And now if you have a problem typically digesting any nut, this is a really good way to eat nuts. This is much easier on your digestive system to drink it versus, because our bodies have a hard time breaking down nuts a lot of times. So this is much easier on our gut versus eating them.
And if you have nut allergies, using the exact same process, you can use coconut, unsweetened shredded coconut, and you can use hemp as well. So that was about 1 cup of almonds that we soaked. They get greater in volume. And then we're going to add 2 dates for a little bit of sweetness. We're going to add 1 of these vanilla beans. You're just going to put the whole vanilla bean down in there because we're going to strain it. And then,
really quick, I just want to tell them, using the vanilla bean gives it such a more intense flavor versus using the vanilla extract. So Carrie and I were talking earlier about, well, should we maybe tell them to use the vanilla extract? But we both decided that you really get the best flavor with the bean.
And vanilla beans can be pricey when you purchase them at the grocery store. So I order mine on bulk on the internet. I order a big bag of them, like 2 dozen vanilla beans. And I think it cost me like $11 for the whole bag of vanilla beans. And then we're going to add just a pinch of some organic fair trade cinnamon in here. Now, if you typically cook a lot of savory foods, you're going to use this milk for cream-based soups or casseroles or maybe in an egg dish. You would want to skip adding the cinnamon and the vanilla for sure. Yeah, but this just gives it a nice flavor. So we'll add just a tiny bit more vanilla.
And you can use vanilla milk, or almond milk or cashew milk on anything. In our family, we love to use it every day in our coffee. We use it on our cereals. We use it in our smoothies every day. I know, Carrie, you use it in so many things that you cook too.
Yeah, I like to use it in my tea, to make a chai or even a hot chocolate now that it's winter. Oops, so we're gonna put the lid on and we're gonna give it a quick swirl. As you can see, I have a Vitamix, which is a very, very, very powerful mixer. Blendtex is another very strong blender, but you can do this just in a NutriBullet. You don't have to have a fancy blender. The only difference would be perhaps how long you have to blend it. With a Vitamix, it blends very, very, very quickly. If you're using a KitchenAid or a NutriBullet or something, it might take just a little bit longer. So now that we've pureed it,
because you want it as smooth as possible.
Yeah, you want to try to get it as smooth as possible. Now, this process is the straining process. If you make cashew milk, you can skip this part because the cashews are much softer. They break down more easily and they don't need to be strained. But the almond milk does. And so you just simply buy one of these nut milk bags. They cost about $2 and you're gonna pour your cashew milk in there, right? And then you can let it sit right down in there. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add 3 more cups of water.
It smells so good.
We started with 2 cups And now we're gonna add 3 cups. You can't put all 3 in there just simply because there's not enough space in the mixer. So we'll just give this a quick pulse, just to give it a rinse out, and then we'll pour this through the nut bag as well. And then the nut bags usually have a little drawstring on them. You'll pull it up, and then you just give it a squeeze. And you can see all that yummy milk coming out of there. Now, you're probably thinking, what in the world is left inside of this bag?
What do you do with it?
Right, so you're gonna get like an almond paste inside this bag. You don't wanna squeeze it too hard because you don't wanna force the pulp out of it, but you wanna give it enough of a squeeze that you get a lot of the excess liquid. But the cool thing is that when you make your own almond milk, you can use this waste to make muffins with. You can put it on toast. You can,
butter.
Butter. Yeah, kind of like an almond butter. I love putting it in muffins, but you can also add it to your smoothie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you can add it to your smoothie.
You can totally add it to your
Can
smoothie.
you add it to like the protein balls that we made?
You can add it to your protein balls. So let me show you what's left in the bag. So in the bag you get this like paste, and you can just add it to muffins, smoothies, all kinds of different things. So don't let it go to waste.
And this is gonna fill this little jar up here. But what we were discussing earlier is that typically when you buy an almond milk in the store, it usually costs almost $5. And you know, this literally only took 1 cup of almonds to make this in water and a little bit of vanilla and cinnamon.
Yes,
So
very, very, very inexpensive.
that's expensive.
So you'll just pour it in your bottle, and then earlier Amy and I made a cashew milk as well. And so you'll be left with this whole great big jug of nut milk when you're finished with it. And so you had never tasted homemade cashew milk. What'd you think?
Awesome, loved it. Never gonna buy it again. So one of the reasons we did almond and cashew milk today is because next week we're gonna make oatmeal with our almond milk. And that's just another way to use it. So stay tuned.
So we look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks.
Thank you.